What is up, guys? Welcome back into the Millennial Profit. My name's Adam and I'm a full-time reseller. If you're new here, I'll show you all different kinds of ways to make money. So if you like money, hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to list on eBay from scratch, complete guide for beginners, and also talking about all the parts of the listings that matter and all the parts of the listings that you don't even need to worry about. And even that you can steal other people's listings. And this is how I'm able to list things in like 3 to 4 minutes. And with all this, by the end of this video, you should know how to quickly and efficiently list on eBay to ensure that you're actually going to sell these items as well. So first off, let's talk about the 4 most important parts to an eBay listing, and I will dive into each one of these as they come up, but let's just mention them first. Number 1, it's pictures, especially your first one. Number 2, it's pricing, total price, including your shipping. Number 3 is your title, and number 4 is item specifics. All right, so I'm now going to be doing an example. And first off, it's important to note that you shouldn't be making these listings from scratch. I've seen a lot of people, they make their listings from scratch on eBay, and that can take you like 10 to 15 minutes. You are going to copy someone else's listing. And how do you do this? You have to look up your item on eBay. So first off, what are we going to be listing? We're going to be listing these Durango boots that I got from Kohl's. I got them for half off of the $95 there. This specific UPC is typically, depending on brand, but it's typically just tied to that exact size. And with shoes or anything with a size, you want to make sure to check the markets on all the different sizes. And usually most people aren't going to scan the UPC, so it's not going to bring anything up, which it didn't. I already tried scanning it before this. So another way to do it is typing in manually. And how do you manually look up a pair like this? You could type in the style and things like that, but this one doesn't necessarily show the style. It has a style code right here, DDB0221. So I'm just going to type in the brand and the style code. I've already done that. Very simple. Now next comes one of our most important things, pricing. So I actually determine my pricing right here before I'm actually listing the item. So I can look, and it already brought up the solds because I already went to the filter. So if it has green here, that's solds. So we can see the solds, 145, 175, and then the bottom 2 are pre-owned. I'm going to keep those pre-owns up just because there's not a ton of data to go off on here. And you can see I've already listed these. This top one is actually mine. So we can see I've decided on 175, but let's scroll down and see how. So how I come up with my pricing is by looking at the active and the sold market. That sold market told us it was around 175, but we also need to check the active market because that is our current competition. So scrolling through here, and we can see there's a lot of pre-owns as well, but all the actives are pretty much 175 and above, minus this guy here that's got an 11.5. I have a 10.5, so I'm not going to be in competition with him. And then we can see this guy 145 to 161. Let's see, he doesn't have a 10.5 as well. So that's where sizing can come into effect, is if you have a size that someone else doesn't have. So 175 is what we're deciding on. Now let's go to filter, sold items. And this is where we're going to copy someone else's listing. So we're going to find a good listing with a good title, which I actually like this one here. This used one better than the other ones. We'll just change the condition, but you can see how this one here is a lot more detailed than these upper ones, and that means that it will have more descriptors that can get searched on eBay. If I were to do one of these other ones, I would have to add some more descriptors in the title, but this one, the title will be pretty much good to go. So we can just hit sell one like this on that. If this sell one like this isn't right here, if you're doing it on like an active, you can hit those 3 dots and it will show up right there as well. As you can see, eBay kind of just moves that around. So it's kind of annoying, but it's something they do. So it'll be in one of those places. So now let's check out that title. Yep, it's using the full characters. That is exactly what matters with the title, making sure you're using all of those 80 characters. Do not pay for this subtitle. There's no reason for that. But those 80 characters are there for you to use. So if you can fill them out with some extra descriptors, then that is very important. Now let's come down here to condition. For some reason, it doesn't hold the condition. It holds all this other stuff that you're stealing from the listing that already sold. But condition here, it's going to be new with box. So make sure that you fill that out. And then these item specifics, you can see how it already pretty much did all of the work for us on this exact pair right here, which is really awesome. And this is why you sell one like this and don't do it from scratch, because if you did it from scratch, you'd have to fill all this out by yourself. All I'd have to do is simply fill out the size. So I'm just going to go through here. I usually just don't even fill out the UK or the AU size because it just makes it very confusing. So and I usually mess it up when I do that, so they can figure out those conversions. And this is 10.5 wide, so we're going to change the shoe width to wide. And then let's scroll through here. That should be pretty accurate. Yeah, it is. So now all we have to do in the title is change it to 10.5 wide, and we are good to go there. Title looks really good. Item specifics look really good. So selling one like this worked on that. Now the description, a lot of people spend a lot of time on descriptions. I've seen people write up these beautiful descriptions and everything. However, that does not come up in eBay search. What does come up in eBay search? Item specifics and title. So if there's a descriptor word you can't get in your title, get it in your item specifics because it does come up in eBay search. However, descriptions do not. So I don't spend time with them. I simply just click use AI description and let eBay write one up from the title, the description, and sometimes the pictures if I've already uploaded those. Next comes to our pricing. We have already figured out what our pricing is going to be on this. Not 147, 174.99. And then also in this area, you can turn on offers if you want to. I'm not going to because with newer items, there's set markets on this stuff, and I don't feel the need to take any less. And then you can also set your quantity in here. You can also set volume pricing if you want. If you have more than one, you can set that to different percentages to incentivize them to buy more, since you can combine on shipping on those. I do that on a lot of things. Oh, also something I just remembered here with the pricing, it will give you a median sold price here and trending. Do not go off of that. It's not very accurate at all. This is pulling a ton of different models, some new, some used, so don't go off of that. A lot of people price off of that, and it's either usually way too high or way too low, so I never even look at that. Then you need to decide on your shipping. So I have shipping policies set up, so we can see I have a bunch of shipping policies in here. If you don't, then it will just come up with all of the different services to choose. Ground Advantage is going to be what you use most of the time. I'm not really going to go super in depth with shipping in this video because it is a video simply about listing, and I have an entire video about eBay shipping and how all of that works. One thing I will mention here, though, is that you need to make sure you're building your shipping into your price. So when I was coming up with that total price, it was $175 total. That's including the shipping. So if you were to do $175 plus shipping, it's going to take longer to sell than if you did $175 free shipping, because that's what the market is. So you need to make sure that you're building in your shipping into your price before actually purchasing the item. It is a total price on eBay when you're coming up with that trending price. All right, next, back to the top. Let's look at our photos. We've already taken them, so we're going to upload the photos here. Big important thing with your pictures is making sure that you are having good lighting on them. Natural light is really good if you have a good window or something to list by, or can list out on a back porch. If you don't, then just buy some LED lights from Amazon. I've linked a few of those down below. You don't need a professional setup. As you can see in these pictures, this is literally my couch in the background, but you can see how well lit they are. And you can tell exactly what the item is. Take as many pictures as you can, as this is the #1 thing people are looking at. This first picture especially, that's the first thing they see when they're searching for your eBay listing. So that first picture really needs to be good. Next, if we scroll down here, you can see your returns. I don't accept returns. I've got videos on that as well. Handling time, you can adjust in there. Require immediate payment. If you're doing buy it now, make sure you turn that on. And then decide if you want to promote your listing or not. Typically with promotions, if an item has a lot of competition, I'll promote at 2%. If it doesn't, I'm not going to promote. This one doesn't have any competition in this size, so I'm not going to promote. I would never recommend promoting more than 2%. I personally think it's a money grab by eBay. But after all that, that's it. You click list your item, and that's all you have to worry about. So listing just takes practice and refinement to really get good at it, just like anything else in reselling. If you sell one like this on listings and focus on those 4 things, pictures, titles, item specifics, and pricing, you're going to nail your listings and you're going to ensure that they're actually selling. So hopefully these tips were able to help you, whether you're just starting out on eBay, haven't even started yet, or maybe you're just trying to refine your processes to try to make some more sales. I really hope this was helpful to you. If you're interested in my reselling Discord group, which includes daily in-store and online leads, as well as a full eBay course, you can check that out. First link in the description. Let me know down below any other videos you guys might want to see. I'm always here to try and help and spread the knowledge as best as I can. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.